The United States is well known for its state-of-the-art infrastructure and booming construction industry. Massive projects that have been underway for some time are nearing completion, and others are just getting off the ground. The megaprojects reflect the rapid growth in the construction industry around the country. In this video, we will look at some of the biggest megaprojects under construction in the U.S. So without wasting much time, let's get started. California High-Speed Rail. The California High-Speed Rail project has been in the news for some time. The project has been hotly contested and protested by California residents. According to the original proposal of the high-speed rail project, the rail was to connect major cities from San Diego all through the north to places such as San Francisco. The California High-Speed Rail project is something that is still in motion, and construction is still ongoing. However, much of the construction work has been halted, and a project initially projected to cost $33 billion is now predicted to cost over $98 billion. Additionally, the initial plan was to complete the HSR project in 2021, but the now targeted completion is 2033. With so many halts and hitches surrounding this project, it is probable that the 2033 deadline will not be met. If the California HSR project is completed as it was initially planned, it will undoubtedly be one of the biggest construction megaprojects ever to be completed. Before proceeding to the next megaproject, please take a second to subscribe to the channel if you are yet to do so. Remember to also hit the notification button to be notified when more such videos drop in. MSG Sphere, Las Vegas. It's a wonder of technology, and it's being built in Las Vegas. It's called MSG Sphere, at least for the moment. This $1.8 billion performance venue is unlike anything you've ever seen, and it's scheduled to open in 2023. The venue is expected to host various events, including sporting events like wrestling, boxing, mixed martial arts, concert residencies, corporate events, award shows, films, product launches, and more. Indeed, this is one venue that embraces the over-the-top theme of Las Vegas. Construction on the MSG Sphere broke ground in September of 2019. Since then, construction crews have made progress, including finishing the final structural steel placement. But the project isn't supposed to finish until 2023. Madison Square Garden Entertainment is building the MSG Sphere in conjunction with Las Vegas Sands Corp., a casino operator, hence the current name. However, there will most likely be a naming deal closer to the final grand opening, so look out for MSG Entertainment to make that announcement. At its widest point, the sphere will be over 360 feet tall and just over 516 feet wide, making it the largest spherical structure in the world when it is finished. Once complete, the sphere will serve as a radical new entertainment venue that can accommodate up to 20,000 standing spectators or 17,500 seated guests with 23 VIP suites. Gordie Howe International Bridge. The Gordie Howe International Bridge project is the largest and most ambitious binational border infrastructure project along the Canada-United States border. The bridge intends to provide for the safe, efficient, and secure movement of people and goods across the United States-Canada border in the Detroit River area to support the economies of Ontario, Michigan, Canada, and the United States. The bridge's name sums up its history. Gordie Howe was a much-beloved Canadian ice hockey player who enabled the Detroit Red Wings to win the Stanley Cup 4 times, the sport's most prestigious trophy. Howe passed away in 2016 at 88, so the Canadian government, the main funder of the work, decided to dedicate the project to the memory of the famous sportsman. Actually, the story of the bridge begins much earlier and goes back as far as the early 2000s, when feasibility studies and environmental surveys were initiated in the area. The first approvals for the project came between the years 2009 and 2014, while preparatory activities for construction began the following year in 2015. Construction did not begin until 2018, contracted to the Windsor-Detroit Bridge Authority, and is scheduled to be completed in 2024. Work continues apace, and in April 2022, a major milestone was marked with the completion of the 2 huge towers that will support the structure. The Gordie Howe International Bridge is one of the largest infrastructure projects in North America. The bridge will have a clear span of 853 meters, the longest main span of any cable-stayed bridge in North America, and will have no piers in the water. Once completed, it will stretch 1.5 miles, or about 3 kilometers, making it one of the 5 longest bridges in North America. The project also includes new ports of entry and inspection facilities for the Canadian and U.S. governments, toll collection facilities, and improvements and modifications to several local bridges and roadways along the Michigan interchange with Interstate Highway I-75. Samsung Chip Factory, Austin, Texas. The tech giant Samsung recently announced its plan to construct a $17 billion semiconductor fabrication facility in Taylor, Texas. The project was initiated in 2022 and is currently underway, with operations slated to begin in 2024. The $17 billion estimated costs are slated to cater to property improvements, buildings, machinery, and other equipment. The huge amount thrown into this project will make it the South Korean firm's largest investment in the United States. The 30-meter telescope, also known as the TMT, is one of a new class of very big telescopes that will enable humans to look farther into space and study celestial objects with a sensitivity and detail never before possible. TMT will provide images with a 30-meter diameter primer that are 4 times sharper than those from the upcoming James Webb Space Telescope and more than 12 times sharper than those from the Hubble Space Telescope. The TMT International Observatory, a multinational nonprofit collaboration of universities from Canada, China, Japan, India, and the United States, intends to use this enormous telescope to study the origins of the universe. Once constructed, it will be a massive mirror formed of 492 segments of reflective glass with a 655 square meter total collecting area. The dome will have a total diameter of 66 meters and a height of 55 meters, which is equal to the height of an 18-story structure. Within a 5-acre complex, the structure's overall area is expected to be 1.4 acres. Buffalo Bills Stadium. We all know the Buffalo Bills as one of the most famous and prosperous National Football League teams. In fact, their tailgating fan base has been said to be the most loyal and passionate in American football. But one would wonder why such a successful team has continued to play impressive football in an old venue. But excitement is growing among the fans after a new plan to have an ultra-modern stadium was proposed. The stadium has been set to be built adjacent to the Highmark Stadium, the current venue of the Buffalo Bills football team, located in the town of Orchard Park in southeast Buffalo. The stadium is set to include a retail district, parking garages, restaurants, and various hotels. The project is expected to cost $2.1 billion and would be one of the highest construction projects in the world. There are more construction projects still ongoing. These projects are likely to cost billions of dollars to complete. We will keep track of all construction projects and will be quick to inform you as they unfold. Stay tuned.